Hey everybody, this is Rack Hudson. Now there are a lot of coaster POVs out there, and no, some of them are bad, some of them are good, but what makes them bad or good, you know? You can tell when you see it, but you don't really have a vocabulary to vocalize it. So today we're going to try something new. We're going to do a critical review of a coaster POV, and we're going to talk about what makes this a good coaster POV, because let me tell you, this is one of my absolute favorite coaster POVs. This is Griffon by CoasterForce. Now, one thing I appreciate, and I think you will come to appreciate about this POV, is that this really speaks to the importance of quality audio in your point of view roller coaster video. Let's get into it. We'll see what I'm talking about.
Don't do that. No, no, no!
Now, here we can see CoasterForce employ a trope known as in media res, where we begin right in the thick of it. The gates are already opening, and our primary character, whoever the fuck is sitting behind East Coaster General, is already mid-monologue, and I believe we can start to appreciate what he's saying here.
Oh, no! Oh, shit! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! No! I'm gonna go fast! Lay your chill!
The dramatic escalation of stakes before we have even approached the lift hill is just a very unique presentation within this POV, as generally you're not going to get this level of screaming until you're about halfway down the first drop. Now as we begin the ascent, tension is already high. The pregnant pause allows the viewer a moment to reflect against the contrast of the roller coaster's anti-rollback device. As is known, there are only so many stories, man versus man, man versus nature, man versus God. And here we have the critical reveal of what will be the form for this narrative. Man versus ride was bigger than he thought it was.
Oh, shit. Josie, I fucking hate you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
At this point, we clearly have more questions than we have answers. Who is it that this man hates so fucking much? How tall did he think Griffon was? Doesn't this look so much better without that ugly fucking Coca-Cola advertisement? What we have here is a beckon, a call to arms to see this POV through, which is important in an era when most YouTube videos are not watched past 40%. As the coaster's roar overpowers the collective voices of the train, we are reminded of the inevitability of death in a moment called Memento Mori. Having conquered figurative death in the effort to vanquish the height of this roller coaster, our protagonist presses on toward his inevitable fate. Reduced to a raw, primitive state, he unleashes his emotions in a powerful soliloquy.
Josie, I fucking hate you. With all my heart. With all my heart, Josie. With all my heart, Josie, I hate you!
With silence from our protagonist as we exit the water trim, one can only assume the worst.
No, I'm done. I'm not getting on no more rides. I'm done. Yo, I'm done for today, yo. Yo, I'm crying. I'm done, son. I'm done. Yo, I'm done.
Triumphantly, our hero announces his victory, which has brought him to the verge of tears. A satisfying story, if only because it is such a tremendous example of the classic structure of rising and falling tension. Now, for our viewers who have a little bit of trouble, I have gone through the liberty of producing a diagram. At the beginning of our story, we have low stakes, but in the middle, we discover that this ride is much bigger than he had thought. However, at the end, it is revealed that he has survived and indeed even moved on from his experience. Having wrapped up so peacefully, we have only a satisfying denouement to play out for us.
Get me off! Are you drunk? Yo! Yo, let me off! You feeling it? You feeling? Yo! I think that was scarier than the King of Cops. Cause no funny shit, the King of Cops is one big ass drop.
Exiting this, please let on your safety. Exit quickly and carefully. Thank you for riding and enjoy the rest of the
And there you have it. That is East Coaster General filming Griffon for CoasterForce. I would say all around one of the better POVs, not quite elite, if only for the shakiness and some few dead spots despite the rather compelling story. I think I would give this about an 8 out of 10. Now, you might have a different score, a different interpretation whatsoever. Let me know out in the comments. Maybe make one of these videos of your own. Let's get a conversation started.